you ever wanted to play that badass that once you've uh, defeated an opponent and they just so happened to lose their life, you kneel next to them, holding their head up, and say, "Tell me your darkest secret." And then, like a little wisp of smoke escapes their mouth, and then it goes, ah. And then your GM comes up with whatever morbid, amazing story that they want to spin for you, and then you track that down. This will make you your game master's best friend. You want more information? Stay tuned to find out.
Dun 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 dun. B-sides.
Hi, welcome to Pathfinder B-Sides. I'm your host, Professor Phoenix, and today we're going to be talking about the Sin Eater archetype for the Inquisitor class. It's it's weird. It's definitely weird. But as usual, let's go to the D20 PFSRD for the flavor text. There is a sect of Inquisitors in some religions that believes it is not enough to hunt the enemies of the church. One must also devour those enemies' sins. More benign versions of the practice believe that sin, or evil, is taken out of the world when a sin is devoured, denying the enemy's soul to the enemy's god and purifying the world of its taint. Followers of malevolent churches believe that consuming the sins of good folk not only corrupts the enemy's soul to keep it from the celestial planes, but also taints the souls of those who witness the sin eating or the corpse of its victim. Consuming sins empowers the sin eater, at least for a time. Yeah, so that's the flavor text. It sounds cool. It sounds like you've got a lot to work with when you're making your character, right? Let's see what kind of spin it puts on it. First off, we're going to be getting Eat Sin, which is a spell-like ability. At first level, as a free action, when the Sin Eater Inquisitor kills an enemy, she may eat the sins of that enemy by spending 1 minute adjacent to its corpse. This provides attacks of opportunity. The Inquisitor can rush this ritual, performing it as a full round action that provokes attacks of opportunity, but she only gains half the normal benefit. See below. Eating the enemy's sins heals the Inquisitor of a number of hit points of damage equal to 1d8 plus her Inquisitor level, maximum of +5. The enemy must have been killed by the Sin Eater within the last hour, and it must have had at least as many hit die as half the Inquisitor's level. The Inquisitor can use this ability once for each enemy she kills. This ability has no effect on mindless creatures or those with intelligence 2 or less. So you gotta be able to know that what you're doing is a sin. So not a mindless creature, not just an animal. No bunnies, no rabbits. Maybe a wolf. You know, if your GM is cool with it. At 5th level, the healing increases to 2d8 plus her Inquisitor level, maximum of +10. It increases to 3d8 plus her Inquisitor level, maximum of 15th, at 9th level, and to 4d8 plus her Inquisitor level, maximum 20, at 13th level. In some faiths, this eating is a purely symbolic act, while in others, the Inquisitor must eat a small amount of food and water as part of the ritual. A few extreme faiths actually require the Inquisitor to eat some of the body of the slain enemy. While it sounds incredibly gross, I mean, that's super legit, and I love it. Like let someone sit down at my table and go, I have to eat the liver of this guy, because that's just how I work. That's how I eat. Their sin is through, oh yeah, this guy had a lot of sin. Oh man, look at this liver. It's at least 4 pounds. Oh man, and it smells like, yeah, it smells like beer and wine. This guy was sinful. Oh yeah, let's get him. Yeah. So I mean, that's great for flavor, at least. Ha 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 ha. At 8th level, when the Sin Eater eats the sins of a creature that would rise as an undead, such as someone slain by a shadow, specter, or vampire, the Sin Eater may choose to accept one temporary negative level to absorb the taint in the corpse, preventing it from rising as an undead. This negative level can be removed with the appropriate magic, though it automatically expires after 24 hours and never becomes a permanent negative level. At the GM's discretion, this ability may prevent a ghost from using its rejuvenation ability. This ability replaces an Inquisitor's domain. So, I know a lot of you are like, yeah, but my gunpowder domain, or, whatever. This is its own thing. This is a pretty swank version of a domain. You get some sweet, sweet upgrades. I mean, in this alone, how much flavor do you have versus the Chaos domain, where it's like, you get a chaotic touch. This is, like, it seems pretty cool to me. So, I think the only thing that would be on par with this, maybe? No. I can't really think of anything where it has a built-in, basically a coup de grace on an enemy. You've got the ability to heal yourself from eating their sins. So you're like, hey guys, I'm gonna need y'all to hold off the bad guys for a minute. I gotta eat this guy's soul. And you use, as part of your full round action, you're gonna be like, I drop a picnic blanket here. I light a couple candles. I open a basket, pull out a loaf of bread. I slice up the bread. I lay it on this guy's tummy. I pull the sin from this guy's tummy and lather it onto my bread like jam. And then I eat it. And that's my full round action. And then your GM and your teammates are like, guy, that's a lot of extra stuff to do in your full round in there. No, I do it all really fast. It's so dumb. I love it. Next up we get Speak with Dead, which is another spell-like ability. At 6th level, when the Inquisitor eats an enemy's sins, within 10 minutes of doing so, she can ask the remnants of the enemy's soul questions as if using Speak with Dead, with a caster level equal to her Inquisitor level. She does not need the enemy's corpse to use this ability. She can eat sin, move away from the corpse, then use Speak with Dead, though the soul gets a saving throw just as a corpse would. This ability replaces the bonus teamwork feat gained at 6th level. Alright, so that's cool. So basically you're like, I slather this bread with the jam of this soul sin thing. I slather it, and then I'm going to bounce and go over there, and then I'm just going to be like, hey guys, so like, I see that when I ate your soul, you murdered someone. Where's the corpse? Just tell me, where's the corpse? Tell me about it. Come on. And again, a lot more flavor. It's like, I mean, you're an Inquisitor, you could already be taking Speak with Dead. It's not that big a deal. But this is cool in that it's kind of built into the class. I like it. I like the idea of it anyways. Yeah. So, Burden of Sin. The last spell-like ability that we're going to be getting with the Sin Eater. At 14th level, a Sin Eater may spend a full round action to transfer one harmful affliction, condition, or spell effect from another creature to herself. This includes curses, possessions, and permanent effects such as petrification or any condition that break enchantment can end or reverse. The effect to be transferred is chosen by the Sin Eater and affects her as if she were the original target, continuing its duration, if any, and preventing any further effect on the original bearer. For example, the Inquisitor could transfer a lethal disease to herself, or petrify herself and to restore a petrified comrade. The Sin Eater can use this ability as often as desired, even using it multiple times on the same creature. This ability replaces Exploit Weakness. So, I know what you're thinking. You're like, but Phoenix, you lose Exploit Weakness. And to that I say, I mean, come on. You basically get as many times a day as you want. You can remove diseases from other people. Like, let's say it's you, the Inquisitor. You've got a druid and a fighter and a wizard in your party, right? the wizard and druid can both cast break enchantment. So like, or they both get petrified or whatever. You're like, I shall take this, and then like you touch the tops of their heads or whatever and transfer it into you, and suddenly you're petrified. And they're like, what happened? And the wizard's like, don't worry, I got this, fam. And he taps you with a staff and shrinks you down because you're now an item. Puts you in his pocket, and he goes, I've always wanted an Inquisitor in my pocket. It's so dumb. I like playing a wizard. And so the party rests, and then the following day, the wizard puts you out on top of a flat surface. You expand in size, and then they cast break enchantment, and you're no longer petrified, and problem solved. I mean, that literally was probably an hour's worth of gameplay right there that the GM didn't have to build up around or try to flex out some storyline or something in order to complete a session. It's just like, how do we solve this? And you're like, I got this. Don't you worry. Anyways, in my opinion, that's a lot better than just when you're scoring a critical hit, you ignore DR. Also, it loses regeneration. Yeah, that's what we got. So that has been the Sin Eater. I know this is normally the part where I tell you that there's a lot of literary significance, and you can look here and here and here for ways to eat a soul or something. And honestly, the only thing I can really think of is maybe Soul Reaver from Legacy of Kain, Like Raziel. Like, he murders a vampire, then eats their soul and gets health back. And I mean, that's pretty legit. But aside from that, can't really think of anything else. Anyways, thank you for sticking through this far into the video. This is the part where I normally tell you about all the wonderful things we've got going on here at Pathfinder B-Sides. We are working on a couple of new things, not just going to be talking about the, archetypes and stuff. We're also going to be talking about different kinds of monsters and how to use them as a GM. We're going to be talking about all the different kinds of mythic archetypes and glorious, glorious mythic games. I love mythic games. We're going to be talking about some words of power. Those are going to be pretty bonkers. Yeah. But ultimately, we have a Facebook. I mean, I'm not the one running it, but it exists. There is a Discord. I am the one running that, so that's cool. There's also a Twitter and a Patreon, which helps me out greatly when it comes to getting things that assist with all that you've been seeing here. Ultimately, if you like the video, actually like it. If you notice I did something wrong in this video, please leave me a comment. I love learning when I made a boo-boo. It helps me make my stuff better. Yeah. And then, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, maybe subscribe. Hit that bell if you really want to see when they come out. Yeah, so that's my shtick. Seriously though, the Sin Eater sounds dope, and I would love to play it for more than just a one shot, because it's a lot of cool stuff. Anyways, y'all take it easy and keep gaming. Yeah.